Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be another grocery haul and meal plan. So if you want to see what I bought this week and what our meals of the week are looking like, then keep watching. I'm just going to get into this. I've got a really busy day today and I'm sure you don't want to listen to me rambling on anyway, but it is the 19th of September today. The shoppers come this morning and I've filmed it all and put it away, but I'm doing my intro now. So obviously it's a Tesco order and that's not an ad, so I'm getting distracted by my dog outside. I really must do better. But yeah, it's a Tesco order, not an ad, and should we just get cracking? Okay, so we're going to start with the fruit and veg as normal. So we have little gem lettuce, mint and dill, baby plum tomatoes, sprouts, parsnips. We've got 2 peppers here, one red and, oh sorry, I wasn't quite in shot, one red and one orange. We've got 5 onions, which have actually turned out to be pretty large ones. Mark's using some, we've got them for a roast dinner and then another recipe as well, so we've just got quite a lot of those. Baby cucumbers, broccoli, 3 baking potatoes, nice pie potatoes, what was I going to say? Large cucumbers, 2 garlics, easy peelers, bananas, golden delicious apples, celery, raspberries and blueberries. We didn't get too much more fruit because we've still got some watermelon and pineapple that I picked up this week, so we didn't need any more, but that's all of that. Still a couple of bits. We've got pineapple chunks in juice, cannellini beans and borlotti beans. Mark's making us like a sausage bean type dish tonight. If I can get the recipe off him, I will leave it linked below. That'd be really nice actually. And then we've got chili peppers, mayonnaise, Bramley applesauce, olives, sage and onion and stuffing, and then some stock pot. Sorry if I'm a bit like bleh today. I'm still recovering from that pesky cold and I'm just really tired. I've not been sleeping very well, but anyway, we got some protein yogurts. I think it's 4 for £3 and I think Mark might have already taken one just before. But there's passion fruit and papaya, blueberry and strawberry. We've got these on the 2 for something deals. We've got red Leicester slices and mozzarella cheese mix. Got some hot dogs, mango and lime roast chicken burger fillets. I didn't realise they were burger fillets. That's a bit weird. Anyway, I'm cutting these up because I'm going to do homemade pizzas tomorrow night, and I thought they would be an interesting topping, and maybe I can cut one of them up and put another one maybe into a sandwich, packed lunch or something like that. Got some ham. I've only got one of them today because I did the 2 for £5 with the sausages, but what I am going to do is I'm going to make some tuna crunch for packed lunches, because I've got some tins of tuna in and the kids really like that. I've got some feta, hummus, tzatziki, coleslaw. I've already told you about the sausages. I've got 2 packs of chicken mince to do some Greek chicken meatballs. I've got brisket joint, which is a little bit bougie for me, but I'm going to do like a roast beef kind of thing, like a pot roast with that on Sunday. Got more of these posh eggs. They were on offer, and you know what, I didn't even try them last week, so I might make myself some dippy eggs with these, if I'm allowed, because they're so fancy. He really liked them anyway. He eats a lot of eggs, so yeah, got some more of those. I didn't have them. Pita toasty. We've got some hot dog rolls. I've got some English muffins, which I will touch on in a sec, and then I've also got some sub rolls, but these are slightly overcooked, Tesco, because they look a little bit overdone. But these, just for some breakfast things, and just some different options really. I'm going to do some McMuffin type things for the kids, because I think they'll like them. I don't know if I should try doing that thing where people make them and then wrap them up in, I don't know, greaseproof paper and freeze them. I'm not really sure if that's me or not, because I always worry if they're not as nice, you know, when you reheat from frozen. But I thought that'd be a nice alternative for the kids. I've got some pan au chocolat to keep in the freezer, and I've got some muffins and brioche as well, which I'll often do sometimes with fruit and yogurt in the morning, just for something a bit different, because they've been having cereal a fair bit for my kids recently, but I just noticed that they get really like, what's for breakfast? And I go, oh, cereal. And they're like, ugh. So I'm trying to mix it up and do something a little bit different where we can, you know, it's still tasty and enjoyable, but they're a bit happy about it because at the moment cereal is just not working for them. Pepperami's Go-Go Squeezes aren't on offer anymore, so I only got 2. And then I was politely informed that they only wanted the apple and strawberry ones, so that's what I got. Then I got some Walls snack sausage rolls. They were on offer. I thought they'd be good for packed lunches. And then some snack shortcakes. I don't need much in terms of, you know, the snack cupboards. I haven't bought loads of other bits, but I did get some fruits because they were on offer. And then we got some Walkers. I was looking for the ones that I bought from Home Bargains, so they have some new flavours at the moment that are limited edition. One was sausage sarnie with Heinz ketchup, and the other one that we got was a cheese toasty with beans, and the kids loved them. And I was like, I'll see if Tesco do them when I do the shop. They didn't have them, but they do have the new barbecue sauce flavour. And then I got some Discos because those are Stan's favourite. I got some new crispy bacon Wotsits because we've not had those ones before, and I've already told you about them, haven't I? And then over here is quite a random collection. So I'm going to make some chocolate chip fairy cakes to put in here, just for packed lunches or like snacks that, you know, rather than buying a load of packaged ones. Like, I rely on them sometimes, you know, they're convenient, but I thought it would be good to do a big batch of these. Maybe I'll do it in my lunch break today, something like that. And then the kids can grab one when they fancy it. We've got some plasters. Mark added deodorant. I added this protein drink. It's got 20 grams of protein in, no added sugar, low fat, and it's caramel and hazelnut. I thought I would save that for when I'm back from the gym tomorrow. And then I got some barista coconut apple juice and an innocent tropical juice that was on offer. I got Theakston Old Peculiar for the brisket, orange, lemon and pineapple squash, lemon and lime, orange zero. Mark added the choc pots and the naked protein bars. I've got some bugles to have in just as like a snack. And then over here is like a little beginning of Christmas collection. So I think I'm probably going to keep it in our garage in a big cardboard box or something like that, because it'll be quite cool in there moving forward. I'm not sure yet. I usually have a little cupboard, but because I'm hosting this year, I feel like I'm going to need more space. I don't know. But I got a few little bits, and I'm not going to say that we're not going to dip into these. Some of these will be saved for the run up to Christmas, but it's just to kind of spread the cost, because I feel like our food shops, or all of our food shops really, they all go up, don't they, the closer we get to Christmas. And these will be for my sprouts, these will be for my roast potatoes. These I thought like little treat or stocking filler, that kind of thing. Cinnamon bun bites I got from M&S, so I put those aside with these here, just to earmark for Christmas. And I'm just going to add to it, so if you want to keep seeing that every week, let me know and I'll show you where we're up to. But that is everything, and now on to the meal plan. Okay, so on with the meal plan. So it's Thursday today, obviously, and I'm going to use up a few bits actually first for the kids' dinner. So I brought 3 jacket potatoes, as you will have noticed, and I'm going to stick those in the oven like maybe an hour or so before I pick them up, something like that, and really give them like a low and slow cook so they're dead delicious. And I can just keep an eye on them while I'm editing and stuff. And then what I'm going to do, we've got a few sausages left over and a few pieces of bacon, which is a bit like the meal that we had the last week, except I'm going to do like a barbecue bean. So I'm going to add beans to the pan, and then I'm going to add a bit of paprika. We do have a bit of barbecue sauce that I could squirt in there as well, but I just need to make sure it's not too sweet. Then they're going to have baked potato, barbecue, sausagey, tasty beans on top, grated cheese, and then salad and coleslaw, and that's going to be their meal. And then for us, Mark is making, as I've mentioned, some sort of bean, another theme actually, beanie sausagey type thing. I think he's going to get some crusty bread to have with ours though, and think that ours might be slightly more grown up, but I will get the recipe off him and I'll add it on screen here, but I'll also add it in the description box for you. Somebody commented on my last one, like, I would love to know more about the meals he makes. So I'll try and include them. I always try and add a link. Mark will be quite happy for me to tell you that, like, when we first got together, he didn't like cook loads at all. He didn't know many recipes, but he's really like tried to learn, and I respect that, like, because there are loads of things that he does that I can't do, and he's getting bloody good at it. So that's what he's doing. And then Friday, we would normally see my grandparents, but Gramps is taking Grandma out on a date night, guys. That's how you do it at the age of 80. You still wine and dine and romance your woman. I will accept nothing less. So that's really cute. She got my message. She was like, I'm so sorry, but he's taking me out. And I was like, Grandma, it's fine. Go have a nice time. We'll see you next week. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that we're just going to come home and then that's it, like chill. We're going to get, I'm going to get the kids showered, into clean jammies. I've been washing everything. I don't know about you, but me and my followers on Instagram are basically running around the house this week, just smelling things. And if it can be washed, it's going in the wash while we have this last little bit of proper sunshine. So I've got Daisy and Stanley's bedding on the line right as we speak. I did Bill's yesterday, I did ours at the weekend, so everybody's is nice and clean, and we're gonna have a really cozy evening. So I've got pizza stuff in already. I've got a few bits and bobs, like I've got the pizza sauce, I've got the pepperoni, I bought ham, I've got pineapple, I've got some extra cheese, but I still have some left in. We've got pepperoni in, I've said that, haven't I? I'm going to make the dough myself in the bread maker. That's what we're going to do when we get home on Friday, and I think it'll be really nice just to have a cozy evening. Then I will do like some sweets and popcorn, I'll stick a movie on, and I think that will be absolutely lovely. So that's our plan for Friday night, and I'm really looking forward to that actually. Saturday, we're going to do curry from the freezer for us, which is actually one of my Gramps' curries, so thank you, Gramps. And I'm going to do rice, and then I think we've got naan in the freezer, and I think we might have a few like starters that I froze, you know, like onion bhajis and stuff, so we could always pop those in because they're in the freezer as well. I think normally we'll buy a pack, but there'll be too many, so we'll like cook half and then save the rest for another time. So I think that'd be really nice, and we're going to do that and just chill. Mark's watching the boxing, I think. I don't know what the card is or anything like that, but if you've got like a boxing fan in your life, you'll know. So Sunday is going to be a little bit different because Mark supports Preston North End, as you might know if you followed me for a long time. That's where he's from, and there's a home game, and it's on a Sunday because it's being televised, but he's going to go anyway because he's not seen his friends for a while, actually, not since we went to the Surprise 40th in the summer, back in August I think it was, or end of July. So he's going to go and see them and watch the match, and then I'm going to be on my own with the kids, which, to be honest, we've not had that for ages. I think the last match he went to, like was able to, just with like the way fixtures were and stuff, was like back in April or something like that. So it's been a while, but we don't normally have it on the Sunday because it's usually on the Saturday, but it works out quite well with clubs because Stan has like football matches on Saturday now, and Daisy does netball, and Bill has like swim training and stuff, so it kind of works out. But it's going to be a bit of a weird one. I think he's going to be back around 4 or 5, so I'm going to do a roast dinner anyway because I like a roast dinner and I want to eat a roast dinner. So I've got that brisket, I've got cauliflower cheese that I'm going to do, I've got broccoli, I have some leftover carrots, I've got parsnips, I'm going to do stuffing, I'm going to do Yorkshire puddings, I'm going to do gravy, I think that's everything, but it's going to be delicious. Oh, I've got sprouts as well. They're my favourite. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if you're a sprout lover. Do the emoji with the hand in the air. But then Monday, so my grandma the other week gave me a gammon joint, like a little, like maybe that big, something like that, and she was like, I've had it for a month or so, I just think it's too big for me, it's been in the freezer, do you want it? I was like, hell yeah, because my kids love that, and so do we. So I'm going to defrost that on Sunday overnight, I think, ready for Monday morning. It's going to go in the slow cooker. I'm going to do it with pineapple, I think, just to add some sweetness in. I'm going to let it cook away all day, and then because Mondays and Tuesdays in particular are very busy, this is where my madness comes in. I'm going to pull the gammon and shred it. Generally, like, you'll discard the pineapple because it will absorb a lot of the salt and it won't be very nice, so don't eat that. That's just to add sweetness into the ham. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some fresh bread rolls on the day. We will definitely have leftover stuffing because generally speaking it's only me, Mark and Bill that will eat it. Daisy sometimes has it, Stan doesn't. So we'll definitely have some leftover, and we're going to do like pulled gammon, like basically ham, stuffing and applesauce, baps, and I'm going to do some little mini crispy potatoes and some salad and coleslaw. And then what's nice about that is that I can keep it warm in the slow cooker. The kids can have theirs early because Stan's got swimming, and then we can have ours afterwards and like just warm up the potatoes again, something like that, and heat it through. And it just means that I'm only cooking one meal, and I'm trying to think ahead a little bit more with that, because now I'm getting my head back into the game with the routine. I'm just trying to make things easier for myself, because as much as I love to cook, sometimes dinner, the thought of dinner and having to be the one that thinks of what we're having for dinner and the one that cooks dinner, sometimes I'm just like, I'm tired. So I'm trying to make it a little easier. So that's what we're doing on Monday. Tuesday, I anticipate that we will have some leftover ham from that, because it's quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is make a leftovers lentil soup. So we've got carrots, we'll probably have some parsnips left over because it's only me and Mark that eats them. Onion, celery, garlic, and we'll sweat those all off in the pan until they're like really super soft. Add red lentils, add stock, probably a few herbs and spices, and make a really comforting lentil soup. And then through that I'm going to add the ham, and then again we could serve that with like crusty bread, but it's like getting loads of veggies into us, nice and hearty and comforting. And then hopefully if I batch cook it, I can freeze some as well. I'll show you actually some bags that I use. One sec. So these are them. They are Lakeland soup and sauce bags, 1 litre. And do you know what this reminds me of? Like when you pumping breast milk and you had to like label it and stuff. Now I have had some in the past that are like reused, and I have Tupperware and stuff. However, what I will say with them is that they're incredibly bulky to put in the freezer, and these just store a lot more nicely. So they fold out at the bottom, so they sit flat like this. And you can label the contents, you can label like the date and everything and how much is in there, so you can like measure it out with a jug, and then you know how many portions you've got. These are also what I use to make my get ahead gravy with for Christmas, which I will probably do in October, November time, depending on how busy I am at the time. So I make that every year, either for myself if I'm hosting or for whoever is hosting. It's kind of my job to do the gravy, which I do. So they're so useful. Got them from Amazon, I think. They are microwave safe, freezer safe, and then you can like pour them straight into your bowl afterwards. And I really rate them. They're dead good. You can get larger ones as well if you're that way inclined, which I might look at for my gravy. We'll see, but they're fab. I really recommend them. So I'm hoping I can have soup then that's left to store for, you know, another rainy day when it would just make it a little bit easier. So that's the plan. And then Wednesday I'm going to do, because we can eat together as a family on Wednesday, it's a lot easier, I'm going to do Greek chicken meatballs with an orzo, like Greek inspired salad. So we've got the meatballs, we've got tzatziki, we've got pita. I'm going to cook some orzo up. I'm going to mix to tomato, olives, cucumber, bit of garlic, feta, maybe some dill, that sort of thing. Nice and fresh and tasty, but just something a little bit different. And I'm really looking forward to that. We've got hummus as well, and I think the kids will like it. Plus, if we have leftover meatballs, they would be fantastic in like a meatball sub, but like a more Greek inspired one. Or it might be that I bulk cook it and freeze some of them. So if you're going to do that, you make all your meatballs and you freeze them uncooked. That's what I personally like to do. And I lay them out on a baking tray on some greaseproof paper, slide them into my freezer, let them freeze, and once they're frozen, you can then put them into a little plastic bag, label them, and then you can use them and take them out and defrost them at a later date. And the reason why I do it that way is because you put them all in the bag at the same time, they're more likely to get squashed and they're more likely to get stuck together. So yeah, that is my plan. I'm trying to think ahead. I'm trying to embrace the new seasons, and I generally, to be honest, probably prefer cooking at this time of year, because when it's warm and sunny outside, most of the time I just want to be out in it, and I want to be like quick and easy meals. I don't want to be getting too hot in the kitchen, whereas when it gets to autumn winter, I get like a bit more experimental, and it's nice to make home cooked like comfort food again. But hopefully you enjoyed that and it was useful, and I will see you all very, very soon.